Hey guys, this video is part 2 on how to get your Canadian nursing license as an internationally educated nurse. So in today's video, I'll be talking about how to register with CNO, which is the College of Nurses of Ontario. I am registered with CNO because I decided to work in Toronto, which is in the province of Ontario. In Canada, each province has its own licensing body, whereas in England it's the NMC, Nursing and Midwifery Council, across the whole country. So here, if I did want to go work in BC, I'd have to get my license with a regulating body in BC. But because I'm already registered with the CNO, I'm going to talk you through that process, and I imagine it's probably a similar process for all the other provinces too, but it probably will differ a little bit. But I'll go through how I registered with CNO. So in the last video, I talked about applying with NNAS, which is the National Nursing Assessment Service, who do a report on your education. And then once they've got your report through them on their website, you apply to CNO. They will send a link. I believe you press apply now, and then CNO will send you a link to register with them. So once you create an account with CNO, there's a list of documentations that you have to send them and do. So I'm just going to talk through that. So you need to demonstrate a successful completion of a nursing education program. So I guess the NNAS report would help with that. So I had my nursing bachelor's degree in England, right? You also need to have proof of evidence of practice. For me, I was already working for about nearly 2.5 years in England before I came, and CNO didn't ask for anything more with my practice hours or my education. Once my NNAS report came comparable, they were all okay with everything. So I thank God for that. I didn't have to do any other practices, because I know some nurses, they did have to take practice courses, extra courses and stuff. I'm not entirely sure why, but thank God I didn't have to do anything extra. So I guess it depends on your studies and how much you worked as well, maybe. And then you also have to do a jurisprudence examination. This wasn't too bad. This I actually did when I was in England, because it's an open book exam that you do online. It was about 40 Canadian dollars, I believe, which is about 24 pounds or so. And I remember I did it online in England, and I passed it the first time. It's an open book. It's more, let me have a look for you guys on what kind of stuff it talks about. So the jurisprudence exam covers things like nursing regulations, scope of practice, professional accountability and responsibility, CNO practice standards. So it's like, the medical laws, like we have that in England too, like knowing the laws and the practices, accountability, more ethical kind of stuff. So it is an open book, so it wasn't too bad. That exam was fine. So that's something you need to pass to be registered. Also, you need to show proficiency in English or French. For me, it was English. I don't speak French. I learned it in school, but I completely forgot it. And then you need to also provide a documentation to show authorization to work. So I'm here on a work permit, so I sent that through and they were okay with that. Also, they will check you on your past offenses and findings. So to prove that, I just sent my DBS. I did a DBS from England and I sent it, and then they accepted that. So that was fine. Also, you need to declare your health and conduct. You read through it and I believe you tick that you're all okay and okay to work. Like any licensing body, you have to do this. Even in England with the NMC, we have to renew our license and do revalidation, and every time you do it, you have to tick it. So these are the things that I needed. Actually, there's one more big thing. You also need to pass the NCLEX RN exam. Without passing the nursing licensure exam, you can't practice. I know that's a bit different here, because in England, you don't need to do a licensure exam. You do your degree, you finish it, then you can just go ahead and work. But here in North America, like Canada and America, you need to do the NCLEX RN exam. Honestly, guys, it was one of the hardest exams I've done. But the next video, I will share how I prepped for it and how I studied for it and give some tips. I hope this video helped. Let me know if you have any questions below. Like, share and subscribe.